meet up. It's 6 o'clock in the UK, and we've got lots of things to talk about. So, how are you? Have you had a good week? Have you had a good weekend? Here in the UK, it's been absolutely boiling again. So, once again, I'm using the phone so it doesn't overheat. I've got a fan on in the background, as you can see there. The windows are open, so there's a bit of outside noise. I put this guard thing up to try and block the sun out. And the first thing I found is it's way too low because the sun's up there and it's coming through already. So I haven't really achieved anything trying to do that. Let's start off saying hello to anybody who is absolutely new to the channel. Welcome along to you. It's good to have you with us. If you've been here for a little while, get yourself in the chat room because it's nice to talk to you. Andy Merritt is in there already. Hello, Andy. How are you? Nettie is there as well. So it's all looking good straight away, you know. If you want to get in there, go and say hello to the guys. They're all really friendly. And if you're watching this on the replay, do us a favour. Don't forget to comment down below. You know how it goes. Tammy, how you doing? Yeah, it's warm, Andy. Very warm. It's been another hot day here in the UK. I haven't been out today. I've been here most of the time, fiddling about like you do. Hi, Chris. How are you? Question of the day. Should we get this out of the way first? Oh, no. Before we go to the question of the day, Nettie, how was it? Was it good? Did you get a picture? Oh, I'm shame you couldn't find the community tab. If you're looking for my channel, if you're looking on the phone, you will find my front page. Get yourself on the page for the channel and then look for the community tab. It's on there. Just click on that, and perhaps I should make a little video up to show out people how to do it. I have to think about that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am glad you enjoyed it. I thought it'd be good. Yes, question of the day. Question of the day today is, do you like this new short video format that I've started with? I've done a couple of videos on it so far, and their reach has been rather underwhelming. They haven't done as well as I'd have hoped. In fact, I'll go as far as to say I tried something different on Saturday's video. So I put out one of these little short thought videos at the end of last week. On Saturday, I did one about my little geeky book collection, things that I use for my music and all that sort of stuff. And then on Sunday, because it was Father's Day, I put out another short video. And at this stage in their life, I can just tell you that all three videos have done absolutely atrocious. They haven't done very well at all. It doesn't seem like anybody's overly excited about them. I think they might take a while to get on, but I'll keep trying, coming up with something. It all depends. It won't generally be a regular thing. It'll be when I'll start to write something in my little notepads, and as I write it down, I think to myself, oh, that could make a short video. And that's the kind of thing that I'm going to be doing. Kay, hello, how are you? Wazza, I see you're in the chat room. If you wonder where I'm looking, I've got my PC over there, so I'm just looking up to see who's in there. It's rather warm in Wrexham then. Yeah, so do the videos seem too short or too long or just about right? I think 3 minutes kind of seems like a good space of time that I can get something done in. And it also means that I don't have to actually spend too long thinking about it. I don't have to come up with some bullet points about what I want to talk about, because it's something that I think, oh, that'll make a good thing. I pick the phone up, put it on a stand, and just start chatting. And so that's, I'm going to be doing another one, I expect. Nettie, oh, you've got yourself a journal. Good on you. I'm so pleased. I like it when people use journals. I've never realised how great one of those little carry about notepads are on. Speaking of which, that first short video, wallet or no wallet? Do you remember we talked about that? Well, as you can see, no wallet. And the reason there's no wallet was because Andy Merritt came up with putting a bit of cardboard in the back. I've even got a little ruler on it, look. So, Andy, thank you for that. That has been... I don't really need anything now because this goes into my pocket. It's solid enough if I want to write on it. If I want to write on that side of the page, I just take the cardboard out and put it over that side, and that's solid enough. So this was my plan. I'm gonna stay with that. This is it. This was my dying decision until yesterday. Yesterday in the UK was Father's Day, and for some reason, Deb's got me a little present. She'd obviously watched my video because she got me this. She got me a little wallet to put this into. So now I have a wallet and a book. But it's rather small in there, isn't it? But this is handy because you can fit a pen in there. And this is all right if you're going out to just want to chuck it down somewhere. So I may use it, I may not. At the moment, it's on the side. And I'm still using it like that. This may be useful. The one good thing about it is it does fit in your back pocket, and it also fits in the side pocket of these trousers. Depending on where I actually, what jeans I've got on it, if this fits, I may well use it. But this is hard enough now. I haven't got to go and buy one because Dad bought me one in the first place. So that's how I've got it. But I'll tell you what, I am loving using this, you know. Absolutely loving it. Hello, James. Welcome to the chat room. I could put it in a Ziploc plastic bag, but my aim is to kind of just chuck it in a pocket and pull it out and just scribble on it. And this works a treat. It like this, it works a treat. It's I've only had these a short while, and I'm on page 28, and I've only got 8 more pages, and I've finished this one, you know. I like post-it notes, but they always seem to fall off from when I got them. I've got post-it notes on my desk here, and to keep them to stay on, I've had to put sellotape over them, so they don't quite work as I want them to. Yes, Father's Day was a good day. I really enjoyed yesterday, because you know why? I didn't do a stroke all day. Yesterday was a day where, in the afternoon, about 1 o'clock, I went downstairs, put the telly on, and sat in front of the telly for the rest of the day. I watched 3 films yesterday. I'm not going to tell you what they are because they're going to be in the end of the month video. But I can tell you that up to now, this month, I've watched 17 films. So there's going to be at least 17 films to be put up on the Doobrey the video. That's what I was trying to think of. I certainly didn't do a good job of this blind thing stopping it. I've probably put it a foot too low. We're going to have to move it up next week and put it up higher. Yes, Chris, I saw that you was fitting cameras and security lights. Hi, Deb, how are you? Good to see you in the room. Yeah, so as I said, the 2 short videos haven't done very well. The video, I thought I'd try something different and talk about those books on Saturday, and that didn't do well either. So I've had a pretty poor week for video views, and I've certainly noticed that the views have gone down this week because the major videos that I've put out haven't connected as well as they could have done. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that goes. But I have to say, I really, really enjoyed doing the short videos. But they come with their own problem. A problem that I didn't realise I was going to have, right? I've got a few tripods, maybe 3. And for a 3-minute video, right, I sit here, turn around facing that way and put the tripod there. It took me 10 minutes to put the tripod up and get it level to where I want it to go. 3 minutes to film it. So might as well tell you, I've got my eyes on another tripod, but this one's a bit different because you open the legs out, turn the thing and just move it up and it's done. Do you know what I mean? So I might be getting myself another tripod. I would have bought it the other day. I was going to buy it the other day, but do you know what? It's Prime Day tomorrow and the next few days. So I'm going to buy myself this. I'm hoping it's going to go down in price. I haven't bought it specifically just in case it goes down in price. It's not very dear anyway, but it'll do the job. It would be rubbish if I wanted to use outside. Yeah, Andy, that's just what I was saying. If I was going to use it outside, I wouldn't buy the tripod I've got my eyes on, but I have got my eye on one that will be perfect for doing just here and just sliding it up to the level I want. It'll be great. No free leg job and all that sort of stuff. So it'd be really cool to get that done. Chris, I'm using a shelf clamp fitting now. Sits on here. It's called a Magic Arm. You can look them up on Amazon. They're brilliant. I use this for when I'm doing my live streams, and I also put it over here, which is where I film my normal ones from. But if I wanted to put it there, I got nowhere to put the little Magic Arm, which is why the tripod had become so important. Oh, we're getting all techie here, aren't we? Yeah, so I'm looking. Tomorrow is the day. I believe it's the 23rd that it starts, Prime Day. So I'll be looking on there in the morning, and if it's gone down, I'll definitely buy it. And if it hasn't gone down, I'll probably buy it. So you can guess that sometime, though, before the weekend, I may have another new tripod. I've got so many tripods. Deb said to me the other day, how many tripods have you got? And I think I've counted. I've got 3 proper ones, high ones, and I've got 3 little ones that you can shove on a table and that sort of thing. So it's not like I haven't got any tripods, but this one's quick, and I think quick's important. I'm going to have a tripod for every occasion in a minute. So anyway, what's been happening this week? I got scammers. Scammers have been after me. As you know, I have a domain name, which is thesoundscratcher.com. I got a brilliant email the other day that told me that I was due to renew it. Now, one, I know it doesn't run out until October. That was the first thing. But when I read it, it was so, it could be that they're trying to get me to upload a bit early. So anyway, I went into it, and the first thing you have to do, go straight away, is up to the email address that it's sent from. A big company like the company that I renew my domain name from hasn't got a Gmail address. It gives it away straight away. I've had companies contact me recently about brand deals. Now, I haven't got any brand deals on this channel, and it would have to be a brand deal that's really good and got something that I really would like for me to take one on. But the amount of brand deals I get, and when you start chasing down and looking at the email addresses and then actually going to the website and going on Google rather and typing in the company name and all that sort of thing, and you find that the email is nothing like the email that they're sending you, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? It really does. I'm just having a look over it. I'm sorry if I've been ignoring you in the chat room. I don't mean to. I just get on one and get talking. You know how I am. So yeah, anyway, I've got the scammers trying to get money out of me, and then I've got scammers trying to get money out of me by deceit, and that's not going to happen. It does lead me to wondering, whether I'm ever going to take on a brand deal. Don't get me wrong, I'll be a pensioner in a few months. I'll need the money. So I probably would take on one. But it would have to be something that doesn't totally alienate everybody who watches the channel. And it would have to be something that I either buy already or is something that I think myself, oh, that'd be good. I could do with one of them. Then I'd consider it perhaps. But brand deals aren't my thing really. I don't particularly like them. I don't. What's it not PCB way? Don't know what that is. Ah, right. Okay, tech channels. I'm rubbish at tech. I don't know anything about it. I'm really bad. So, what else have we got to talk about? One of my sons sent me a brand new CD. When you look at it, it's going to be backwards, or it's not, because it's a photo on it. This is a guy called Charlie Puth, Puth, and he sent me his new album. And I have to say, I played it this morning, and it's bleeding good. Really good for a new album for an artist. I've known about him. He's been about for a little while. But yeah, this is good. It's got Michael McDonald on it. It's got Jeff Goldblum on it. It's got Kenny G on it. It's got Kenny Loggins on it. So he's got like plenty of older artists to help him out, make it playable for us old people, if you like. And it's really good. My youngest son likes to send me newish albums and things. He's always done it. And it gets my taste pretty good most of the time. I think I've had Arctic Monkeys albums off of him. I've had the Teskey Brothers. I've had... this was a good one. A 10-inch album, Thundercut. Drunk, it was called. My young son sends me lots of things. He's trying to keep me down with the kids. I think that's what it's all about. So he sent me that. And yeah, I'm just having a look over it. See what I've got. Thunderguts. No, Thundercat. I even had to look again. I've had the album for 3 years, and I still had to look again then when you said Thunderguts. Thundercat. And what I like about it as well, it's an album on red vinyl, but they're 10-inch albums, and so it's only got a couple of tracks on it, which is great because they're flashy looking things. But it's as an album, I don't play it very often because you've got to keep taking it off and turning it over. So I don't play it very often. I have converted it and made it into MP3, which I've played that a few times, but I don't actually play the album much because it's fiddly, keep changing it over all the time. What else have we got down with the cool kids? I don't think I've ever been cool. Someone did tell me once that I was cool. When I was traveling back in the 80s and I had a ride on a fairground. And the fairground that I used to go with, the people who run it had a lot of kids, and they used to come to me all the time for rides on my ride. And I'd let them most of the time, because you deal with kids, don't you? Anyway, about 5, maybe 6 years ago on Facebook, one of them got in touch with me and said, oh, do you remember when we was kids and we used to torment you? And I did, yeah, of course I remember. And she went, we thought you were so cool. And I said to her, cool, I've never been cool in my life. And she went, yeah, but our mum and dad's was like 10 and 15 years older than you, so you was quite cool at the time. Never been cool. But it's nice when someone says nice things about you, isn't it? I haven't got a daughter. I've got some stepdaughters, but they don't like Taylor Swift, so I won't be getting that. What else can we talk about? I've been thinking. This is where this comes in again, right? I was playing some music the other day, and I like film soundtracks, and I like music. Excuse me. I like some music that can only be of a certain time. And I'm hoping that the majority of you may know this song, Jack Jones's Wives and Lovers. It's from the 60s, and it's a song that wouldn't fit anywhere else other than that particular time. It wasn't a chart hitting song, it was a song that had to be from a film. And there was a few like that. There was another one called Girl Talk, which was the main theme in the film about Jean Harlow. That was good, and that wouldn't fit anywhere else. And then there's also an instrumental tune in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid called South American Getaway, and that one. It's about 5 or 6 minutes long, and it plays mostly through the film, the most of it, instead of a snippet of it. And I really, really like it. And so I've been thinking about making like playlists so that I can play something when I get in the urge to go and get a playlist out and play all these types of songs, because there's certain songs that I absolutely love and theme things that were from a certain time. Do you know what I mean? From a certain time. Wives and Lovers could never have been done in the 70s or the 80s. Possibly not even the 50s. It was done at the time it was done. And I really love that. And so as I'm watching films, I'm finding pieces of music that I'd like to add to this playlist. I've been like keeping this, and I'm writing them all down. I say it like, oh, another one was Never on Sunday. Do you remember that film? Have you seen that film? That was from the mid 60s, late 60s. And the theme to that's really good. So I've got 4. I only started this list 2 days ago, but I've only got 4 on it so far. Those aren't from films that I've watched recently. They're just ones that come to mind to start off. So I've kind of got this little list going. And then the other day, because music plays a great thing in my head. I'm always thinking of music. And then the other day we were listening to the radio in bed when we got up in the morning, and I don't know if Americans will know it, but a lot of the British will know it. There was a band called the Bluebells who did a song called Young at Heart. It's not like the Frank Sinatra one, but it's so good. It's so cheerful, so uplifting, and I loved that. And so I thought to myself, I've got to make a joyous playlist up with songs like that on it. So I'm going to be doing that too, going through all my records and making up another folder of music. I do like a playlist, but I do like to listen to my albums as well. But there are times when you just got to have those to suit your life. We listen to the radio every morning. We get up about 5:30 because Deb starts work early. And so I'll get up and make a cup of tea and bring it up to bed. And we'll put the radio on and we'll sit in bed and for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes before she has to get up. And we'll listen to the radio. We have Boom Radio, which is an oldies channel. That's on Monday to Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we change channel to Boom Light. And Boom Light is a channel full of music that my mum and dad, when they were in their 40s and 50s, would like. It's songs and hits from the 50s and middle of the road stuff, bit of Andy Williams, Matt Monro, all that kind of thing. And I love all that as well. And so I have like the Saturday and Sunday is our chill out section. And then we get more up to date with songs of the 70s and the 80s from Monday to Friday. And so that it's kind of, it leads me often to think, oh, that'd be a good idea. I'll make a playlist. But you know what? Until I started using these, I never did. And so now I scribble everything down, and I'll start writing things in here and come up with these ideas of little things that I want to do. I wrote down this morning, right? I just heard the Isley Brothers, Put Yourself in My Place, on the radio and got all emotional. It took me back to being a kid at Burnham-on-Sea. And it did. And I love that. I I can remember being a little boy and my brother being a huge Motown fan. And he used to have, my dad had a big long arcade and there was a smaller arcade that we had further down, and he had in the arcade he had his record player, and if you went down his arcade it would have all the soul and the Motown and the Stax and the Atlantic hits of the 60s. Well, not necessarily the hits, because he preferred the lesser liked tunes. But I can remember, put yourself in my place, there was another version by a group called the Elgins, which is slightly better. And I heard that this morning and instantly I was taken back to the 1960s when I was a kid. And I was like in reverie, I suppose, grinning to myself. But I get all emotional over it. I've turned, do you know what? Since I had the cancer running back in 2016, I've become very emotional. I get very choked up very easily. I never used to. I used to be like a roughy tufty kind of guy. my father-in-law, he was a very heart on your sleeve man, and he'd watch a film and the tears would be running down his eyes, and I used to giggle at him all the time. But now I get choked so easily watching films and telly and listening to records and stuff like that. So I'm just as bad as he was. But I used to laugh all the time. Tony Blackburn does Sounds of the 60s on a Saturday morning at 6 a.m. I know he does. If it was on another day, there's a chance I'd have probably listened to it another day. But because I'm a Boom Light fan, I love the stuff on Boom Light, I got to be honest. And I've kind of stayed there, Andy. As good as I know Tony Blackburn is, because for me, he's the king of British presenters by a mile. He's been doing it for longer than anyone. And he's still, when you listen to him, you can hear he loves doing what he's doing. I could listen to it on Sounds Catch Up, but you know what? I don't listen to the radio any other time of day. It's a weird thing, you know. I don't listen to the radio any other time of day but then. And so, because I've got so much music of my own, I tend to listen to that. Like I've said, I've made playlists up. All of the music I was talking about putting on this album already, I've got on record or CD, and definitely on MP3 because I've converted them over the years. And so I can make a playlist up quite simply. It's very easy for me to do it. And I've got lots of music. And so it's very easy for me to, through the course of a day, like yesterday, I heard an Al Green record, Let's Stay Together, yesterday on the radio. And I went into my folders that I've got on my computer now because it's the easiest place, and went in my Al Green folder and played the Call Me album from 1972. And I just sat here singing along like a good one. Hi, Carl, how are you? Welcome to the chat room. Yeah, so I was sitting in here yesterday singing along to Al Green, singing Call Me, Have You Been Making Out Okay? All of them songs from when I was a young lad. I was 11 when that came out. But everybody I knew, it's a funny thing, you know. When I think back to my teen years, there are a couple of albums that stand out a mile because everywhere I went, all my mates who I went round their place for had these same albums. And the two albums were John Holt's 1,000 Volts of Holt, which was a cover album, but reggae style. And the other one was Al Green's Greatest Hits. Wherever I went, everybody seemed to have that. And I've been an Al Green fan since God knows when. I've got tons of his albums. Just got loads. Al Green is just, he's just a little bit behind Sam Cooke for me, because Sam Cooke to me is the best voice I've ever heard. He made everything sound so easy, because when I try and sing it, it's not very good. So yeah, I'm often making up music playlists and that, and listening to playlists that I've made or playing my own albums, or diving into the cupboards. Back there, there's loads of singles in there. Down there are boxes of singles. And for you American people, singles are 45s. And so I can often, whatever mood I'm in, I can just like go and find something and play it. Those of you that are new to the channel, plug for a couple of videos here. If you wonder, when you watch my videos and you see behind me, just over here are loads of CDs. I actually did some videos about those CDs and what's on them and what I've got in there. So if you ever fancy having a look, there is a playlist for them. Hello Andy, how are we doing today? I think we're doing all right, actually. I'm running out of things to talk about because we're half hour in and I'm nearly at the bottom of my list. But apart from that, all is well. What's next on my list to talk about? Webcams. As you know, I've gone back to using my phone because as soon as it gets warm in here, my camera was overheating and it's been a bit of a problem. So I've been on the hunt for a new webcam. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. And I've been looking and I'm amazed how many webcams now do a lot, but they're not thermally insulated properly so that they don't overheat. And so I've hunted about, I've found 3. Not overeating, Lynn, not overeating. I leave the overeating down to me. The overheating, I'll say in English. So I've found a few video webcams rather. Hi Project Weaver, how are you doing? Nice to see you in the chat room. Yeah, I found 3 to make a choice from. The one that I think I'm going to go with is about 150 quid, 160 quid. What I've been using my Action Cam. I've got a Action 5 DJI camera that I was using, but it just overeats all the time. And so at the minute for this, I'm using my phone. And the problem with using my phone is that everything's backwards. It's all mirrored. It used to, when I first used my phone, everything would come out the right way. But if you look at the screen now, you'll see that my dictionary is written the wrong way. I don't know what happened. It must have been a change in some of in an update or something. But the phone, even though it does everything all backwards, it doesn't overeat. And so I've been using that for the last, I don't know, is it 3-4 weeks? Because I got sick and tired of doing the live stream and it crashing halfway through and trying to reboot it and get it started again and then it crashing again. So I've gone back to the phone for now, but I'm toying with a camera. You do webcam reviews. I might have a look over there then, Andy, as well. I can't. The one that I was looking at, it's a shame I can't get on the computer and talk about it. It's a Logitech one. The one that I really fancy is a Logitech one, and it's made mostly of aluminium. It's got one bit of plastic on the back of it, but it's thermally insulated, and so it seems very good. It's I can't think of the model number. If I could, I would tell you, but I can't. I've got it I've got the page saved on my Pooter, and I've got it on my. That's the one, the Logitech Brio MX. That's the one I fancy. That's probably the place where I'll go. I see a few others, but that's the one that keeps calling out to me to have it. Yeah, the Brio MX. So once I get some funds together, everything's about funds, isn't it? Well, I've watched a few reviews on it, and it seems to be very good. Well, if it's on Prime sale, if it can come down from like 160 quid to 120, that'd be much more helpful. I will be looking tomorrow, but that's where I think I'm going to be going. I've looked at so many that I think I've got to go back to a webcam. The action cam just overeats in here. It's so hot in here at the minute. Like I said, I've got a fan behind me. I've got where my PC is, I've got a fan on the top of it and a fan on the side of it as well. It just gets so hot in here. I have got a window open, which doesn't help. Normally I keep it shut, but it's so unbearable in here at the minute that you've just got to do something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the webcam is in a queue of things. I would love Debs to get it for me, but I'd rather her spend money on food, if anything. Buy me sweeties. Speaking of sweeties, I haven't had any. I've been dieting. I haven't been dieting. I've changed the way I eat and the things I eat. I've been doing this health thing. Do you remember? I'd go at this health thing on a Tuesday afternoon for an hour. It's a 12-week thing, all about nutrition and eating properly and all that sort of stuff, and exercise and all them kinds of things. And I started off 6 weeks ago. This week's my 7th week, and I've lost 9 pounds so far, which is good. So that's helping a bit. So yeah, but I thought yesterday I'm not gonna be a good boy today, but I ended up doing all right. I'm only supposed to have 1,500 calories a day because I can't do much exercise because of my fatigue and because I can't get about properly. And as I'm doing any exercise, I've had to cut down on the calories as well. But so far, I've not had 1,500 calories on any one day since I started it. I'm not a lover of Lindt chocolates, but I do love Ferrero Rocher. Oh man, I like them. I know, Chris, you're right about a 9 pound weight. What I did before, I'm not in Cambridge, no, of course, Fisher. I'm about 7 miles outside of Cambridge. It's my nearest town. I'm at a place called Bar Hill, if you know it. Fry's Turkish Delight is lovely, isn't it? Here we go. We're going to get on a food thing. I'm on this diet thing. And in case Andy Merritt wants to know, we're having a lemon chicken tray bake tonight, which is good for the old calories because there's lots of veg in it. And I love tray baked veg. I really like tray baked veg. And so, yeah. Ferrero Rocher. Oh, man. It's a good job I didn't get any of them. Actually, what we did this year, Niall normally gets me chocolates and sweets and things for my Father's Day. But I said to Debs, no, I don't want chocolate this year. Get me a DVD. You know the Fox, dear Pamela? I was in there the other day. I had something to eat in there. They do a not a bad Caesar salad in there. What was I going to say? I know I've drifted off again. Oh yeah, you said about 9 pound, losing 9 pound weight. When I was doing, I went on Weight Watchers when the lockdown was on, and when I lost 2 stone. No, sorry, let me check. Yeah, 2 stone, and that was 14 bags of sugar. And I've got a photo somewhere of me holding the 14 bags of sugar. I ended up losing 40 pounds on that when I went on Weight Watchers. And if you want an idea of what 40 pounds is, you know them water machines they have in offices? You know the big bottle that goes on the top? One of them full is 40 pound. So it's right, okay. I can't do kilograms. I know I tried and worked it out for you the other day, but I'm really rubbish at kilograms. I'm old. Look at me. Andy, you're so young compared to me. So, yeah, I've lost 9 pound. I don't understand what 20 kilogram ish is, but I do know that the other day, let me have a look. I know what I am. I'm 102.8 kilograms, if that's any good to you. 102.8 when I weighed the other day. I've got to weigh, I generally weigh on a Saturday. I don't know why. I suppose it's because I always used to, right? But I've got to weigh again tomorrow before I go to the elf thingy, majiggy thing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it does sound like a radio station. Hi, on 104.8, you're listening to James Murphy. I used to do radio. Did I ever tell you that? Only thing that's worked for you is low carb. You're lighter than me, Chris. What was I going to say? I was going off on one then. Yeah, I used to do radio, in case you didn't know. There are still channels, you know. There are still channels around the world that are still using my shows. And they still go out every now and again. Well, there's one channel in New Zealand that took all of my different shows and they're still using them. I know they're still using them. And every now and again I get someone contacting me and tell me they were listening to me on some radio station somewhere around the world. So, yeah, you started that, Andy. Do I get royalties? No, what I did, Chris, I used to syndicate my shows out, and so they would buy the shows. I would record them in here, and at one stage I had 60 or 70 stations, if not more, taking shows, and they would get the same show each station, and they would be very generic. So I wouldn't do time checks and things like that. I wouldn't talk about what the weather was like, and I just do a generic radio show, and I used to send them out on a weekly basis. And when I had my cancer situation, after I'd had the kidney out, I took 3 months off, and I came back and I'd sort of lost all my enthusiasm for it. So I did 6 more months before I decided that it wasn't right to keep doing it. And so I stopped then. But people have been taking the shows from before and since, so that they still go out on radio stations around the world, really. It's quite novel, isn't it? I'll never be a Tony Blackburn, don't get me wrong, but I did have between 800 and 2 million viewers, 2 million listeners to my radio shows in China when we were broadcasting in China. Used to do really well there. Yeah, they like, California does like Spanish music. I quite like it myself. I like a bit of Latin stuff. So I don't mind that. I'm just having a quick look up here to see what you're saying. My friend, my people. Al, hello. I didn't see you in the room. Welcome in. Is there anybody else? Is there anyone else I've missed? If I've missed you, just let me know. I don't like missing people. But it's one of them, you know what I get like? Once I start talking about different stuff, it goes out the window, doesn't it? So I have now completed, I know it's going to look backwards. This is my list of what I was going to talk about today. I've actually done it all. As I said to you right at the beginning, the videos didn't do so well, the new ones. Chicago's, I don't remember Chicago's, Pamela, that was before my time. Yeah, new videos. The videos are on Thursday, Saturday and Sunday didn't do very well. So I've got to pick my game up a bit. And the one video that's going out on Wednesday is going to be one that you're not going to want to miss. It's good. Pardon me, it's going to be a good one. I've been working on it today, thinking about how I was going to put it together and what I'm going to say. I don't script videos. I just come up with a little bullet point and then just chat about what it is I want to talk about. And I'm looking forward to that. For I think that'll be a good video. I think it might do all right. I think it might relate to a lot of people, and it's one of my more other style ones, not the going off on a limb like I have done in the last week. It'll be a much more of one of my normal videos, but it's going to be a good one. I'm going to film it in the morning and then edit it when I get back from the elf thing in the afternoon, and hopefully that will be uploaded and be available for you as always on a Wednesday night. £9 for one drink. It's a bit much, isn't it? I'm also very tight. I like to control my money. The only thing that I ever splash out in is, stupidly enough, things for this channel. Anything to do with filming and all that sort of stuff. I splash out money on that I would never think to spend anywhere else. Hi, Chell. Why didn't you get a notification? Right, this leads me to believe or think you haven't clicked the bell properly. If you've subscribed to the channel, when you subscribe and you look on the screen, click on it, and it'll say something about personalized, all. I can't remember what the things are, but the one you need to click on is all, and then you should get a notification for it. I know a lot of people don't get their notifications, and it's an ongoing problem, and that's why I did start the newsletter with the weekly update of what's gone on the week before. So if you are struggling getting notified for videos or the live stream and things like that, please consider joining the newsletter. It's at substack.com/the Sound Scratcher. I have got links for it somewhere. It's probably even in a link below this. When you watch the playback for this or on my normal videos, there should be a link for it there. Yeah, the newsletter is a worthy thing to do, because at the end of the day, if anything should happen to this YouTube channel, then I've always got that as a backup, as a place to be of contact, and you can go on there and collect details and stuff. That today's there is a link in the description right now. Thanks, Andy. I thought there was. It's the thing about it is that this week, for example, was a much bigger roundup than normally. You get them sometimes, but the grandkids get in the way. Yeah, they got an habit of that, but you can't help it, can you? Grandkids get away with a load more than the kids do. I know that. I remember my dad, I talked about him yesterday in a video, and he was so strict, my dad. I talked about it yesterday, and I said about the fact that he wasn't my friend, he was my parent, and he taught me the things I needed to do to be able to survive life. But he was so strict. And you know what? When I had my eldest son, my James, and took him over there to see him, he was totally a different man from the dad that I had. He was a completely different fella, so much more easygoing with my grandkids than he ever was with me. It's funny how that happens, you know. Really funny how that happens. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Father's Day, I always think of my dad. And I hadn't planned to do a video yesterday. But when I was on Facebook, you know, I used to talk about me dad and me mum. And when you're writing, it's not quite the same as doing a video, is it? And people got to know my parents and my family and my extended family because I used to talk about them so much on Facebook. And so I kind of used to, every year on the day my dad would die, I'd talk about him. Well, my dad's been dead since May the 12th, 1994. So he's been gone a long time now. Pretty much half of my life he's been gone. But he still plays a major part in my thinking. And I often, when I'm doing stuff, think to myself, what would my dad have done? I kind of keep it there in the background. I don't always do what I think he'd have said or what he'd have done, but I like to keep it as a guidepost, if you like, to let me know what I'm sort of getting on the way with it. Yeah, I totally understand that, Nettie. I certainly understand how that must feel. It takes a while. It takes a while. And I always found that talking about them always helped me when I lost my parents. But I used to do it all the time on Facebook. And I'd talk about extended family, about people who've helped me out in life. Mainly because a lot of my friends on Facebook actually knew all of those. Do you know what I mean? They knew the people that I was talking about. And I'd talk about things that my mum used to do and my dad, and why that was different, and how I take after my mum for some things and my dad for others. And I've never really talked about it on the channel because, to be honest with you, I don't know that people would be that interested on it in here. I think on YouTube they tend to be more interested in what you've got to say overall and the things that you do and that. But I used to talk about mum and dad a lot, and my friends and people who have helped me along the way. Used to cover that a lot on Facebook. I mean, my account's still there if anyone wants to go. I just don't use it anymore. I do go on Facebook to check the memories every day, and I keep a copy of the memories, and because there's so much. I keep Messenger as well, so that people can get in touch with me if they want to via Messenger, because so many people do these days. So I haven't shut the web page down on my profile down on there. I just don't post anything. I haven't posted anything on there since August last year, so it's coming up to a year. Thank you, Kay. I'm glad you enjoyed yesterday's video. It was one of those that I just thought to myself, I want to talk about my dad. So I shoved the camera up, spoke about him for a couple of minutes, and put the camera down. It was one of those things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, birthdays. I understand, Nettie. Yeah. So anyway, that's I don't want to get too maudlin and too miserable. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to do that, and I don't think I do. But I am who I am because I was very fortunate to have the parents that I had. I mean, we're all it's a luck of the draw who you get as parents, I know. But I was very lucky that I come from a family, and extended family, that was very close. So we used to see a lot of everybody, and they were always looking out for us. I know I had uncles and aunts and that when I was travelling. When I left home at 20 and went travelling on fairgrounds with my own stuff. And I'd have people looking out for me all the time to check that everything was going all right and all that sort of thing. So I was very, very lucky. And so I kind of feel a bit blessed, really. And I talked about them a lot. I haven't done it on here, whether I ever will or not. But if I was going to, it would probably be in one of them little short videos. But we'll see. Time will tell. I haven't got any idea, what the next one's going to be. Because, like I said, it's a spur of the moment thing. This is what I like about them. I can have a half thought and think to myself, I can make a video of that now because I've got a place in which to do it. And I like that. I like the freedom that gives me with the channel. Like I said, they may not resonate with people. They may resonate with some, but they certainly don't get, the first two certainly haven't got anywhere close to the views my other videos seem to get. So whether it's going to take a bit of time, I don't know. I'm going to carry on doing them anyway. And you'll guess what my next one is going to be, because I haven't a clue. Oh, Nettie, you won the lottery. How much did you get? Do you know what? I know 6 people who've won £1 million on the lottery. and not one of them lent me a penny or gave me a penny from it. It's terrible, isn't it? I know two who won a huge amount from it, life-changing money. I know two people who won life-changing money, and it changed lives for them and their families. Good luck to them. It's great, isn't it? One of the things I got from my mum, I've never been envious. I love to see people getting on. And the people that I know who won the lottery have been very sensible enough to use it wisely. I know a lot of people win it and just blow the money and they're back where they were 5 years earlier. But these guys did make life-changing use of it. Oh, sorry. See, I've go off one. I see the word lottery and my thinking goes that way. But you're right, Nettie, about that as well. So we've got 5 minutes to go. Don't know what we're going to talk about for 5 minutes. Have you got any ideas? Anything you want to ask? Anything you can think we could talk about? Got a quick question for you. Do you remember when I was a kid? You know how kids want everything in the world for birthday presents and Christmas presents these days? I always wanted, when I was a kid, do you remember them pens? They was quite thick and they'd have a little button on the side and you could change the pens all different colours. I always wanted one of them. Have I picked up any new Blu-rays and DVDs? No, I haven't. I haven't, because I've not been well enough to go out. I haven't bought anything lately. I'm lucky that I've still got plenty of stuff to watch. But no, I haven't. Noel bought me a DVD for Father's Day, which I watched yesterday afternoon and absolutely loved it. And I won't tell you what it is, but I'm going to be talking about it in the what I watched in June video, which will be coming up shortly. You had one of them pens? They were great, weren't they? I love. Do they still do them? When I was a kid, they had like eight different colours in it, and you'd click the button down and it'd write in a different colour. See, I've been out and bought green and blue. I've got a yellow one, a light blue one, because I've been using them for this, you know. See, I write in light blue when I think about music I'm playing. Light blue, right around there. Any quotes that I find that I think are good, I do in green. So yeah, I've been starting to do it. Do they still make them in the eight colours? Because if they do, I think I'll buy one. I really like them pens. That were great. Yeah, the yellow, you can't barely see it. I know, I've got one of them. I've got an orange one. I've got two colour greens. I've got a dark green and a light green. I've got red. See, this is the thing. I've got red and I've got orange and I've got purple and I've got pink. But you need all these different pens, didn't you? Do you know what I mean? I like them ones that you used to get, that you have the one pen, it's got 8 different colours in it, and just click on it and put the colour down you want when you want to write. I want one of them pens. I didn't know they still made them. But someone's just said that they have, Andy said, you got the 4 colour ones. I didn't know they even done them. So if there's a 5 or an 8 colour one with lots of different colours. Because I used to draw a lot as well, and I like using different coloured pens to draw with. So, as you can see, I'm a bit of a geek, a geekoid, if you like. Wasn't the orange one black, red, green and blue? Very likely, Andy. That sounds a very likely one. Oh, thank you, Chris. You are a good man. Keep sending me things. But I am terrible because, look, these are all my different coloured Sharpie pens. I have those. In my garage with my paints and my sign writing stuff, I've got 24 paint pens. I kind of like all of them sorts of things. I am geeky. as you were, if you watched my video on Saturday, you'll know that I'm geeky with the books that I read and stuff like that. So yeah, I still have loads of them kinds of things. And I'm going to say goodbye now. I have had a great time. It's been, as always, a brilliant, brilliant meetup. If you watch this on the replay, please don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you've got to say. Do I paint, Pamela? Yes, I do. I was a sign writer. I've painted fairground rides. I've painted lorries, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here once again. It's been a ball, as always. I will have a video out on Wednesday, don't forget. And if you want to make sure you don't miss anything, sign up for my newsletter, because they go out every Monday. Until next time, have a great week, won't you? With the weather as it is, it's going to be a warm one. I will see you next time. Ta-da now.